Kurunji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurunji Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurunjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss or we are going to learn remaining information in biotechnology applications in agriculture. So there in agriculture concern, now what are the points now we are going to discuss means, so mainly we are going to concentrate on pest resistant plants. Okay ma, so here I have given a number also 2. So means previously we have been discussed, so we have been discussed on the BT cotton. Now we have concentrated or now we are going to discuss regarding pest resistant plants. So on the applications in agriculture only, now I am going to give you third video. I am going to give you third video. 2 videos I have been completed on introduction of applications as well as so on applications in agriculture. Okay, 2 videos completed. Now this is the third video. Now we are going to discuss or we are going to continue to discuss on the agriculture. So in agriculture, so what are the biotechnological applications that we will use now? So those applications importance, so definitely we will discuss in agriculture. So come, let us have a look on this. So here somewhat amount of the or somewhat information regarding medicine also I have given, so just introduction type. Okay, so but most of the information in today's video I am going to cover on the agriculture. Okay, come, let us have a look on this. Okay, now biotechnology applications in agriculture. Okay, biotechnology applications in agriculture. So second one now we are going to discuss. Second one side heading or second side heading is so in creation of means by using of biotechnology applications, now we are going to produce which one? Pest resistant plants. So how we can develop these pest resistant plants? Now let us see. Several nematodes. So several nematodes acts as parasites. Don't forget. So according to our knowledge concern, so there are different types of parasites, means bacteria, fungi and protozoans. Next one nematodes. Likewise, there are different types of parasites are there. Now, so here now we are taking the example of nematodes. Okay, ma. So now several nematodes acts as parasites on a wide variety of plants. Wide variety of plants, animals including human beings. Means here definitely these nematodes acts as parasites. These nematodes definitely acts as parasites not only on the plant, so definitely, and one more also is there on the animals including human beings also. Definitely these parasites or these nematodes acts as parasites. For example, so a nematode scientific name Meloidigene incognatia. So say try to say along with me, Meloidigene incognatia. One more time, Meloidigene incognatia. You try to say while seeing this video. Okay. So now the spelling is MELOIDEGYNE. Meloidigene ME. Okay ma. Incognatia INCOGNITIA. Incognatia. Why I am saying spelling also means sometimes while writing, suppose same question comes in public examinations, so definitely scientific name of nematode also they will see. At the time we should not write wrong spelling. Sarima. So that is his Meloidigene incognitia. Next one, that infects the roots of tobacco plants. So this point, NEET examination point of view important. A nematode, that is name is Meloidigene incognitia, that infects the roots of tobacco. Suppose this particular nematode will go and infects the tobacco plants, means automatically what is the process we can observe there? Definitely reduction of yield we can be seen. So that is only why, because suppose if any kind of a plant you can take, not only tobacco plant, suppose if any kind of a parasite will go and infect the roots, means definitely water and minerals cannot be reached to the aerial shoot system. At the time food material minerals, water and minerals, when unable to move towards the aerial parts, definitely aerial parts cannot be perform the process of photosynthesis automatically. So we can reduce the, or we can observe the reduction of yield. Emma, what do you say? Correct only, no? Means one more time you see there, this Meloidigene incognitia infects the roots of tobacco plants and form large galls or knots and causes a great reduction in yield. So here, when this particular Meloidigene incognitia enters or infects the root, so definitely forms the galls or knots, some kind of bubble like structures or some kind of nodule like structures of formation takes place. So thereby it causes great reduction in yield. Sir, we put tobacco plants, what is a yield, sir? Means leaf itself a yield. So we will be studying now. So or you have seen. So which one? Tobacco plant. Okay. So there in a tobacco plant, what is the yield? Means leaf itself. Tobacco leaf. So definitely, so reduction of yield we can be seen. Okay, when suppose if the Meloidigene incognitia or nematode infects the roots, so definitely we can observe the reduction of which one? Reduction in yield. So this nematode is known as root knot nematode. So that particular nematode means, what is a nematode that infects the roots of a tobacco plant? No, that particular nematode we can be taken as root knot. KNOT, root knot nematode. Okay. Now for this particular concern, we have been developed. So some kind of development or some kind of methods or mechanisms to prevent the action of Meloidigene incognitia. So that points information only. Now I am going to explain. So this explanation, so very important. So this explanation is very important. So once I'll read and explain. Later this explanation means what is a diagram you are observing now. So that diagrammatical explanation I'll come on to the board and I'll explain for you. No worry. Now let us have a look on the information. Now you see there, a novel strategy was adopted. A novel strategy was adopted to prevent the infestation or to prevent the infestation. To prevent the infestation. A novel strategy was adopted to prevent the infestation. Spelling infestation. Okay, infestation of Meloidigene incognitia was based on the process of RNA interference. So based on the process of RNA interference, that is simply RNA interference we can be taken as RNAi. Okay, so one more time, one important novel strategy was developed for what? So we have been developed novel strategy to prevent the infestation of, means to prevent the attacking of Meloidigene incognitia. So how we have been developed? Based on the process of RNA interference. So this one RNA interference, so simply we will be calling as RNAi. Okay, RNA interference, so simply we will be calling as RNAi. So in this particular case, RNAi takes place in the eukaryotic organisms. So here particularly, specially, so this particular mechanism means here for killing of or for the prevention of infestation of Meloidigene incognitia, we have been developed one novel defense mechanism only in eukaryotic organisms. Don't forget, this kind of RNA interference mechanism is not developed in the prokaryotic organisms. Our scientists have been developed this particular defense mechanism or RNA interference defense mechanism only in eukaryotic organisms. Don't forget, only in eukaryotic organisms only our scientists, they have been developed this kind of defense mechanism. Okay, now here Now you see that interference mechanism. RNA takes place in eukaryotic organisms as a method of cellular defense. Once you see that, means our scientists, they have been developed one novel strategy. So that particular thing is acting as a cellular defense. So defense, cellular defense. Next one, this method involves in silencing of a specific DNA due to the formation of a double-stranded RNA molecule. So means here, one important point I would like to give you here. What is the method? No, try to listen carefully. So in this method involves in the silencing of a specific mRNA. So here we need to do that, or we need to silence the specific mRNA. So means here what is the thing? No, in a molecular basis of inheritance chapter while learning, no, in a transcription process we learned one point. What is it? Double-stranded DNA. So by the process of transcription, mRNA formation takes place, we have seen, no. So that particular mRNA in a translation process converted into proteins. So that is only, no, we have seen. So likewise here what is the process is happening? In this method involves a silencing of specific mRNA. So means here we are going to do the silencing process. Did you remember silencing process? Means splicing process, capping, tailing. Likewise here the silencing process means, suppose if a teacher comes into the class, no, so till now you will be in a chit-chatting mode with your friends, but when teacher comes into your class, no, how you will maintain silence. Likewise here also, because of the introducing of one specific DNA sequence into the mRNA, so what is the genetic material that has been entered through the nematode, that will be silenced. Means here the nematode specific DNA or nematode specific mRNA, we can keep that as in silence mode because of the introducing of double-stranded RNA. Means here once you see there, here the double-stranded RNA we can be taken as a teacher, and here the specific mRNA we can be taken as a student. Okay, ma'am, just for understanding concern. So I have taken example, so to understanding purpose only. So now here one more time, the method involves in the silencing of specific mRNA sequence or the specific mRNA due to the formation of double-stranded RNA molecules. Means here first of all we have to prepare we have to form the double-stranded RNA. So because of the formation of a double-stranded RNA, so specific sequence of nematode will be silenced. Point you understood or not? Next one, double-stranded RNA is formed by the binding of complementary RNA. So here how this double-stranded RNA formation takes place means, definitely that double-stranded RNA formation takes place by binding of complementary RNAs. So complementary RNAs means antisense RNA molecules to the original mRNA. So means here what is the thing we are going to prepare? We are going to prepare a double-stranded RNA. So how this double-stranded RNA formation takes place? One is, one complementary RNA will be there, complementary molecule is binding to the original mRNA. So thereby, so here again continuously let us read, so thereby preventing the translation of the original RNA silencing. Okay, so next one, the source of this, the complementary means in this particular case, no, source is means for what, sir? Source means for the preparation of for the formation of double-stranded RNA. So how we can prepare, or what is the source means? Now here you see that the source of this, the complementary RNA could be from an infestation by viruses. Means in this particular case, no, source for the creation of the double-stranded RNA. What is the source, sir? Means so here the complementary RNA could be from we are taking from the viruses. That viruses also, what are the viruses? Here our knowledge concern, there are different types of viruses. So are there in some kind of viruses, no, genetic material DNA will be there, in some other kind of viruses DNA will be there. So some other kind of viruses DNA as a genetic material, and some other types, no, RNA as a genetic material, or RNA is acting as genetic material. In this particular case, no, in order to creation of double-stranded RNA, now one source we are taking. So what is the source of this complementary RNA? Could be from an infestation of viruses having RNA genomes. Means here viruses, what are the viruses having RNA as a genetic material? No. So such kind of viruses only just we are using as a source. Why? Because our knowledge concern, when these viruses will go and sit on one particular cell, automatically these viruses will send its genetic material into within the cell. Emma, do you know this? So I think so I have given this information in some other place. Yes, in molecular basis of inheritance. So genetic material is a DNA. Unequivocal method we have learned now. Unequivocal method. So there, infestation and blending, centrifugation, likewise infection, blending and centrifugation, there are three modes or there are three methods there. So once we learn viruses will come and sit on the bacteria. So when these viruses send its genetic material, that will be enters into the bacteria. Likewise we see now one information. Likewise here also from these viruses RNA materials or RNA genomes are enters into the host cells. Okay, ma? So that particular thing only we can be taken as a source of the complementary RNA. So later once the complementary RNA formation takes place, later original mRNA sequence will go and binds to that, automatically double stranded RNA formation takes place. That is one kind of thing. So means by using of viruses we can produce or we can form, okay, we can involve in the formation of double stranded RNA. Or sir, only one and only the method is there, sir, means one more also is there, that is mobile genetic elements. So here simply mobile genetic elements we will be taking as transposons. So transposons, by using of transposons also, so definitely we can prepare the double stranded RNA. So here that replicates, means here the transposons or RNA genomes definitely must be replicated via RNA intermediate. So definitely, so suppose if any kind of processes or any kind of a process is going to be taken place, definitely there which one must be formed? RNA must be formed. That's why this particular process there, RNA intermediate, means in that particular process definitely RNA must be prepared. So now here once now come this exactly diagram, beside to the diagram. Now procedure, now let us see procedure of RNA interference. So how we can be done this kind of a process means, so there one more explanation or one more procedure now they are going to give you. So that one is using of TA plasmid. So this particular TA plasmid from where we can be taken? So here we are studying by third time or second time. So this particular tumor inducing plasmid we can be obtained from the Agrobacterium tumefaciens. So in previous chapter we learned now. So definitely Agrobacterium tumefaciens consist of TA plasmid. So that can be used for the transfer of any kind of genes into the plant cells. Likewise we see now. So likewise now this particular defense mechanism we are going to develop in the plant cells. So in this particular case, definitely what is the name of the plasmid we have to use? TA plasmid only. That particular TA plasmid we can be taken from the Agrobacterium tumefaciens, isn't it? So that's why now in a procedure of or in a development of which one defense mechanism, that is RNAi or simply RNAi, but that we can be taken as RNA interference. So procedure now let us see. Using of TA plasmid of Agrobacterium, now the nematode specific genes are introduced into the host cells. Don't forget one point. Now in order to creation of one genetic or one defense mechanism, again here we are incorporating nematode specific genes only into the cells. Okay, so how we are incorporating these nematode genetic sequences into the host cell? By using of TA plasmid. So by using of TA plasmid, so nematode genetic or nematode specific genes we are keeping into the TA plasmid. By the help of this TA plasmid we are keeping these nematode specific genes into the host cell. Okay, now the introduced DNA, don't forget now what is the genetic sequence we are introducing means DNA we are inserting. Why? Because suppose if the genetic material of nematode, suppose if it is DNA means definitely we can introduce DNA only, no. So thereby here one confirmation we can get. So in a DNA, nematodes definitely genetic material is DNA. So this particular DNA, by keeping it into the TA plasmid, now what we are doing? We are inserting it into the host cells. Okay, so now let us see in the next line. So the introduced DNA produce both the sense as well as antisense RNA in a host cell. So means here how? So when what is the DNA we are going to insert into the host cells? No. So that particular DNA. So here. So how we can be seen the formation of RNA from the DNA? By the process of transcription only, no. So when this particular DNA is going to or is moving through the process of transcription, definitely mRNA sequence of formation takes place, or simply RNA sequence of formation takes place. Likewise, so from the introduced DNA, so which one formation we are observing now? So both the sense as well as antisense RNA formation we are observing in host cells. Amma, did you observe one point? So here sense strand is there as well as antisense strand is there. Means here indirectly we have produced double stranded RNA sequence. Amma, did you observe that or not? So here sense strand one strand and antisense strand another strand. So thereby sense and antisense strand comes together and form double stranded RNA. So that information only down I have written. Once you see there, these two RNAs, which one? One is sense and one more is antisense strands, or being complementary to each other and formed which one? Double stranded RNA. Once you see that, now we have produced double stranded RNA from the DNA. So that DNA how we have been introduced? By taking the help of TA plasmid, and that TA plasmid we have been taken from the Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Now let us move forward. The appearance of double stranded RNA within a cell. One more time you see there, the appearance of double stranded RNA within a cell triggers so a complex response known as RNAi. So means when we will observe. So when we will observe the double stranded RNA into the host cells, no, definitely, so that particular mechanism only, that particular defense mechanism only we can be taken as RNA interference. So during RNAi, so the RNAi, I is nothing but interference. Okay, so during RNA interference, the cellular enzyme, so the cellular enzyme dicer, the cellular enzyme dicer, the dicer is nothing but endonuclease enzyme. So our knowledge concerned, nuclease, large restriction enzymes or belongs to the large class nuclease. So that when that is divided into two parts, or there two different types of enzymes are present. One is exonuclease and one more is endonuclease. Likewise we see now. Likewise, this dicer is comes under endonuclease. Suppose if this dicer, if we are taking as endonuclease, means definitely it will cut at specific locations within the DNA only, no. So thereby, when this particular dicer binds to the double stranded RNA, first of all, this dicer will go and binds to the double stranded RNA. So when this particular dicer will go and binds to the double stranded RNA, definitely cleaves the or splits the which one? Double stranded RNA into many parts. Once this explanation, so here this entire explanation once come on to the board and I'll explain. So now you listen carefully. Now the side heading is mechanism of RNA interference. Mechanism of RNA interference. So this entire mechanism of RNA interference, where it is going to be taken place means, so for clue concern I have written this entire explanation. Now we are going to explain in host cells. Now here you see there nematode specific gene. So I have taken. So means here before nematode specific gene means I didn't mention whether it is DNA or RNA, but here we can understand one point, that is suppose this specific gene we have to take it as double stranded RNA only, means, so here what is the point here we have seen? So here what is the point we have seen? No, by taking off Agrobacterium tumefaciens, so TA plasmid we have been taken into the TA plasmid. Now we have inserted DNA. That DNA now incorporated into the host cells. Now that particular DNA produced two different types of strands. One is sense as well as antisense. So these two strands comes together and involves in the formation of double stranded RNA. That's why directly here I have taken double stranded RNA. So this particular double stranded RNA, for this double stranded RNA, which one is attached? Dicer. Dicer is nothing but which one? Now only we have seen now. Endonuclease enzyme. So this particular dicer is acting as endonuclease enzyme. Now this particular dicer, what it will do means, it cleaves the double stranded RNA into small fragments. Cleaves means separates, splits. Okay, thereby, so this particular double stranded RNA sequences everything converted into small fragments. So now these fragments only we will be calling as siRNA. siRNA means, sir, what is the meaning of siRNA means? So here you can get that is small interfering RNA. One more time you see that. Si is nothing but small interfering RNA. Si, don't forget. So here while seeing this video, so here some kind of technical words comes. So these technical words you try to by heart. So Si means, siRNA means small interfering RNA. So these small fragments we will be calling as Si. Now on this Si, which one formation takes place? Which one will come now? RISC, RISC formation, RISC formation. So first of all, now RISC is nothing but which one? No, RNA induced. You see there clearly, RNA induced silencing complex. RNA induced silencing complex. So that one formation, so taking place. Now here one single stranded or one double stranded siRNA comes here. So definitely RISC formation takes place. Now RISC formation takes place. Now when RISC is formed, when RISC is formation is completed, now this particular RISC is act as defense mechanism. So thereby what is happening now? Suppose in future any kind of nematode gene, suppose if any kind of nematode mRNA enters into the host cell, means already there defense mechanism is there now. This one will go and binds to the, this defense mechanism will go and binds to the mRNA of nematode automatically. So what is the nematode mRNA is introduced into the cell, that one will go and binds to the RISC complex. Automatically this particular mRNA cannot be involved in the formation of proteins. When proteins are not synthesized from this mRNA nematode, so there we could not see the symptoms of nematode. Okay, so likewise here you see there finally it prevention of translation of mRNA of nematode by the process of silencing. So first of all, one nematode specific gene we have been taken. So that one now we are taking as a double stranded RNA. Now with the help of dicer. So this dicer initially will go and binds to the double stranded RNA. Later that double stranded RNA splits into many parts. So here you see there double stranded RNA cleavage. I have written, isn't it? This particular double stranded RNA cleavage, later which one formation takes place? siRNA formation takes place. So these are fragments. Now we will be taking as siRNA, small interfering RNA. Okay, now so this siRNA involves in the formation of defense mechanism. How? So RISC formation, RISC also it is a kind of enzyme. So that is RISC is nothing but RNA inducing or RNA induced silencing complex. Now here the defense mechanism formation takes place. So when this particular defense mechanism formation takes place, definitely that will roam in the host cells. Means that will move in the host cells. So when this defense mechanism roaming in a host cells, suppose in a future, if any kind of mRNA sequence of nematode is entered into the host cell, so because of the presence of this entire defense mechanism, this mRNA nematode will not be involved in the formation of proteins. Why? So this particular defense mechanism prevents the translation of mRNA of nematode. So thereby from this mRNA sequence we could not see the formation of proteins. So means here, because of the presence of this defense mechanism or RNAi, so definitely mRNA sequence, so definitely will not be involved in the process of translation, so thereby no proteins formation we can be seen. So thereby this particular mRNA of nematode, so from this one there is no chance to the formation of proteins. I hope you understood this one. So here in this particular case, no, in this side also I have written some more information, that is also once read and I will explain. Now here you see that this dicer, so will go and binds to the, this dicer will go and binds to the double stranded RNA. Later it cleaves it into short pieces, or small also we can be written. So short pieces known as small interfering RNA, small interfering RNA. So that is only we will be taking as siRNA. So these pairs, means these are all these pairs binds to the another cellular enzyme. I told you, no, these are all binds to the another cellular enzymes. Another cellular enzymes are nothing but which one? RISC. Another cellular enzyme. So that is also we will be taking as RISC, RISC. Okay, that uses, once you see that, cellular enzyme. So this particular RISC also is a kind of enzyme. Okay, so that is RISC is nothing but RNA induced silencing complex that uses one strand of the siRNA to the binds to the single stranded RNA molecule of a complementary sequence. So thereby there, what is the information I have written now? So in siRNA, so once you see that in siRNA, so one single stranded, one extra information is there, no, one extra strand here. So this one will go and binds to the or single stranded RNA molecule of a complementary sequence will go and binds to the one strand of siRNA. One more time you see, so that one uses one strand of the siRNA binds to the single stranded RNA molecule. Means here which one single stranded RNA molecule means which one? mRNA of nematode. So I is a complementary to the sequence or complementary sequence. So thereby, so here the nuclease activity of RISC. So means again here I told you here the RISC is a kind of enzyme. Now here the clarity we are getting. So this RISC is acting as nuclease. Nuclease means definitely restriction enzymes or belongs to the large class nuclease. Likewise, in previous video we see now. So the activity of RISC or nuclease activity of the RISC helps in the degrading of mRNA. So which ones? Nematode mRNA. So degradation process takes place. So that it leads to the silencing of genes of or gene of nematode. Okay, so when this particular gene sequence is going to be silenced, so thereby what will be happen? This particular gene of a nematode will not be expressed in the host cell, so automatically, so that particular characters will not be expressed. So that particular sequence only simply we will be calling as silencing. So in this way we can produce transgenic tobacco plants which shows resistance to the nematode Meloidogyne incognitia. So likewise, so definitely we can produce transgenic plants or we can produce transgenic tobacco plants. Okay, so simple thing. So in this particular video, what is the information I have explained means, once you focus on the diagram, one more time I will explain. First of all, so what we are taking in procedure? Agrobacterium tumefaciens help we are taking. So there TA plasmid we are taking. So within the TA plasmid our foreign gene means, so what is the specific genes we have been taken from the nematode, we are incorporating into the TA plasmid. So with the help of TA plasmid we are sending one DNA molecule or a double stranded DNA into the host cell. Now within the host cell what is happening? So this particular DNA involves in the formation of sense strand as well as antisense strand of RNA. So thereby double stranded RNA formation takes place. Now that double stranded RNA sequence, when it is present in the host cells, dicer will go and binds to the double stranded RNA. So thereby due to the activity of double stranded due to the activity of dicer, so thereby double stranded RNA converted into small fragments. So these small fragments only our subject concerned we will be calling as siRNA. siRNA is nothing but small interfering RNA. So later risk formation we are observing. Risk, risk means which one? RNA induced silencing complex. So thereby, so double risk siRNA will come, and with the activity of siRNA and risk formation takes place. So this entire one now it is acting as defense mechanism. So in future, suppose if any mRNA comes from the nematode, so this risk one will go and binds to this mRNA automatically, exactly at a spotlight what is the mRNA we are finding. No, that one will not be involved in the translation process. So thereby no chance to the formation of proteins of nematode. Suppose if a proteins only not comes means, so we could not see the nematode symptoms within the host. That is only no. Suppose if the mRNA of nematode undergo the process of translation, so then we can see the formation of proteins later. But when this entire complex will go and binds to this nematode, no, so thereby no chance to the formation of proteins of mRNA nematode. So thereby no characters or no symptoms of nematode we cannot be seen in tobacco plants. So thereby what is the point we can be seen? So here when we could not be seen this activity, no, so that kind of activity only we can be seen in transgenic plants. Transgenic tobacco plants means there what is the mechanism we have been developed? Just we have been developed defense mechanism by taking off a specific sequence from the nematode. So thereby here, for this understanding purpose, one more best clue I will give you, that explanation. Suppose for children's polio vaccines they will give, no. So polio vaccines as biology students, one important point we would like to learn, we must learn. So in a polio vaccine, sir, what is the thing is there, sir? Why they will be giving a drops of what is the information we can be seen there means in a drops, no. So they will keep which one? A dead form of virus which infects the polio. Don't forget the dead form of a virus only they will keep in polio vaccine. So thereby what will be happening when they are giving to our children, so automatically within our body, so our body will get alert. So when our body get alert, no, oh, someone has entered into our body. Likewise, so our body produces some kind of antibodies against to that virus. But when these antibodies are produced in our body, will go towards these dead bodies of dead particles of virus, but these antibodies will go and see that dead particles of virus. It will think, oh, it's already dead one only, you no need to kill that. Okay, but indirectly, so in the future, suppose if a real virus enters into the human cell, so thereby already we have seen, no, the releasing of antibodies, already antibodies are there in the blood or antibodies are in the body. So thereby, suppose if a new virus comes into the body, no, because of the presence of antibodies already in our blood or body, so these antibodies together will go and declare a war on that particular virus and kills all those viruses. So thereby, so in that particular thing, no, so polio will not be caused to that particular person. Likewise, this mechanism also will be there. Okay. So next information concerned. So biotechnological applications in medicine. My dear students, one request at the end. Suppose what is the information till now I have given explanation. Suppose if you are unable to understand, actually here to understand this one, so maturity mind must be required. But suppose even though if you are unable to understand this one, no worry. So when you will be present here, that time, so this kind of explanation, hard explanations, one more time I will explain. No worry about this one. But try to understand. That is only my request. Later, let us move on to the next explanation. That is this biotechnological applications in medicine. So in medicine, so what are the applications now we are going to use? So now let us see. So recombinant DNA technology is engaged in production of safe and more effective therapeutic drugs. So here by using of biotechnology or recombinant DNA technology, so simple point we are understanding. So we can use or we can produce more effective therapeutic drugs. known as recombinant therapeutics or simply drugs. So now let me give you one important point, that is at present about 30 recombinant therapeutics have been approved for human use. So there for human use concern 30 recombinant therapeutics are there, and in our India now 12 of them are marketed. So totally 30 recombinant therapeutics are there, but in our India how many are being marketed? 12. Number also important NEET examination point of view. So many times they are asking these numbers. Okay, so try to concentrate on this one. So biotechnology applications in medicine is not yet completed. This is an introduction. So not only exactly introduction, still introduction also a lot of information I have to give explanation. So in a next video again I will come back with biotechnology applications in medicine. So there let us have a look on the applications in medicine. Thank you.